that new Home Alone horror stories animated. Yeah, I need to email me Kenny personally.
6 years ago, something happened to me while I was home alone that I'll never forget.
This nigga's voice deep as
Because
fuck.
of this, I had to get therapy for 5 months straight, and this is why I will never stay home alone again. I was 12 years old at the time of this story, and this took place in my hometown in Weymouth, Massachusetts. It's a very small town, as there was nothing to do, and the antique design of the town made
This shit look like an apocalypse. What the fuck? How is there just big cracks? Like, unless it's just like trees growing out of the buildings. But other than that, it's like this shit looks like an apocalypse. It's like the world has ended. What the
made
fuck?
it look also boring and old. One weekend, my mom had told me that she had recently gotten a call back from a job that
These
she
niggas have
applied
no
to,
light in the
and that
house.
she had to go into
No
Boston
electric.
for an interview.
Electricity.
She trusted me to watch over the house for a few hours while she was gone.
Shut up!
With me being only 12, she
Don't
went over
judge
the
the way I
rules
say
most
words.
parents tell their children when being left alone. Don't go outside, don't answer the door for anybody, etc. She then left in a hurry, and I had the house to myself for
Over
a
here
few
judging the way I
hours until
talk.
she
Shut
got
up.
back.
You
With
can't type.
nothing to
You
really
can't type
do
for
or
shit.
anywhere to go, I simply threw myself onto my bed and flipped on my TV to the cartoons.
The fuck is this nigga watching? Oh my god.
About an hour later, I go downstairs while on my way to the kitchen, and I notice somebody standing in our backyard. He was facing off in the opposite direction with both of his hands in his pockets as if he were waiting for the bus. At first, I didn't get too worried as a few men had been coming by to fix a pipe on the side of the house that had a major leak. However, this guy looked nothing like a plumber or anyone who specializes in repairing pipes for that matter.
Nigga's voice is so.
He
That's
wore
a
a
nice
black
voice.
long-sleeved shirt, black pants, and a gray hoodie that surely covered most of his face. I don't even remember thinking twice about it. Anyway, I had went back
Okay, you
upstairs
can't
and
type
finished up my
muffle.
TV shows and decided to go take a shower as I had a birthday to go to later that night. I turn on the shower and go in for about 15 minutes.
What kind of fucking
take a
shower
look-
is that? Isn't the water supposed to be coming down like this? How the fuck is it just floing? Just it's like phew! It should be going straight down. You know what?
Really long
Whatever.
showers, so whenever I'm home
Bro,
alone,
he has a nice
I go
voice.
inside.
Why you hating on him, bro? That's a good
After
narrator.
I was done, I turned off the water, and that's when I hear the
Nigga,
front door.
nigga put on the same shirt. This nigga's dirty as fuck. Nigga needs to go to sleep. Them eye bags.
Door open.
Oh my god.
My first
Water
thought was that it was my
vertical.
mom finally home from her interview. So I shoot her a text asking if she was home, and
You
within
mean
a minute
horizontal?
she
'Cause it
replies
was going
with,
like this.
"Hey honey, I just got finished with the interview. I'm driving home now. Is everything okay?" That's when I get a sharp pain into the pit of
Vertical,
my stomach,
horizontal.
knowing that someone was in my house. And it wasn't my mom. Why my dad isn't home is another story, but I take a deep breath to compose myself and wrap a towel around me and slowly creep down the steps and try and see who it was.
This shit is funny.
Looking back, that was probably the most stupidest decision of my life. As I reached the bottom step, I peek around the corner and felt my blood run cold. There was a man, about 6'6", and looked to be in his mid-30s, standing in my kitchen.
What the fuck? I
He
would
was
not be
holding a
scared of
large
this
wrench in
nigga.
his hand and in my.
This is intimidating. This is intimidating. This is intimidating. Oh my god, bro. Get the Glock.
kitchen.
Why does he
He
look
was
so
holding
65?
a large
I know
wrench
this
in
nigga
his
was old as
hand
hell. I would
and was
kick him in his
looking directly
kneecaps.
at me as
I'd
if he
kick this
knew I
nigga
was
in his
coming down
kneecaps
the
and he'll be
stairs.
done.
Then, very quietly, he said 5 words that still haunt me till this day. "Run while you still can." That's when I lost it and started screaming while running up the stairs and into my room while locking the door. All the while, I began hearing footsteps coming up the stairs and stopping at my door. I knew he was there because I could see the outlines of his shoes at the bottom of the door frame. He began banging on the door loudly with a wrench, demanding me to
Dude, why
let
the
him
fuck
in.
is his fingers stuck like
At this
that?
point, calling the police wasn't an option, so I did the only thing I could do. I slowly opened my window.
What
and
kind
jumped
of
out.
window is that?
I did the
No,
only
no,
thing
no,
I
no,
could
no.
do.
This must be some like kind of apocalypse. No way this random ass 65-year-old man is trying to rob your house. And what kind of window is this? I thought This looks like some fucking cabinet. Nigga just, oh, how is that fucking, I don't know how this one, whoever designed this house is a dumbass in my opinion. Cause, oh my god, niggas.
I slowly
he's
opened
dumb.
my
I'm sorry.
window and jumped out onto the patio floor.
He's dumb.
Even though I tried to break my fall,
I'm sorry,
I still
he's dumb.
ended
He's
with
dumb.
some minor
He's dumb.
injuries. I felt as
I
if
did not mean that.
1,000
I'm sorry,
pounds had
bro.
been
I'm
lifted
sorry.
off of me when I see my mom's car pull into the driveway.
No headlights?
I run crying to her, explaining the situation, and she immediately takes out her 45 she keeps in her purse and walks into the house. I'd like to mention that my mom had served 3 years in the military, so
Really?
she knew what she was doing.
I know I can't say that.
heard
That's why I
two
just said I'm
very loud
sorry.
gunshots
God,
from inside
I'm
my
sorry.
room,
I did
followed
not
by
mean to
yelling
say
and
that.
screaming. Police
oh
had been
my
called
God,
by my
shut the
neighbors,
fuck
who
up.
apparently had heard the gunshots, and police then took this
How?
night.
Oh my god. Okay, I realize I just can't say that. I am sorry. I'm sorry to anyone I offended. I am very sorry. It's not good to say that word. Twitch, I humbly apologize for my actions. I'm sorry.
Called by my neighbors, who apparently had heard the
This is an
gunshots,
LS cop.
and police then took this.
Nigga got a pentagon on his belt. Oh my god. And he didn't even handcuff him good. He could punch you in the face and run away. Oh my god. You should be fired. What is your name? What's your name? Show me your badge number. You are terrible.
This nightmare guy.
He could have easily get away.
The look the man gave me as he was forced into the backseat of the police car was something that I'd never forget. It was a look of pure hatred
She
and
took the
anger.
45 out her pussy?
Like the
Really? I didn't even see that. Okay.
I run crying to her, explaining the situation, and she immediately takes out a 45.
Bro, no, she didn't. Shut the fuck up.
The look the man gave me as he was forced into the backseat of the
That shit is
police
funny,
car
bro.
was
Why?
something that I'd never forget. It was a look of pure hatred and anger. Like the first thing he would do once he got out of jail would be to
Police
come
have
back for me.
busted out tail light.
We had since moved out of that house a month later due to the constant paranoia I was having, which eventually made me have
The
mental
animators
therapy,
are
as previously
terrible.
mentioned
God
before.
damn.
I
How
don't
fast
know
is
what
he
the next
driving?
intentions were,
God damn.
but if he had a wrench with him, chances are he was probably planning on doing a lot more than just robbing us.
If you really like my content and want to support me, please like this video and click the subscribe button. It helps
I did not expect this.
me to grow my
Who is
channel. It's
this?
essential
Who
in
is
reaching a
this?
wider
Who
audience.
is this nigga, bro?
Most of you watching my videos aren't subscribed to my channel, and that's why my animations
Damn.
can't...
Damn. 8%? Oh my god. Oh.
reach their full potential. They aren't recommended to more people who would surely
I'm
love
sorry,
my
bro.
content as much as you do.
Sorry, bro.
You can always
I
unsubscribe
don't
at
even know
any
if that's
moment.
him. that's
Thank you in
that's
advance.
funny.
Enjoy the rest of the video.
I'm gonna need bro to drink some
My
water.
name is Danny, and this happened to me when I was living
This
with
same
my
dude's
dad
gonna
at
be
the time of the
commentating
story.
over all of them.
My dad worked 2 jobs, and I was only 18
God,
at the time. And it was
what is? Oh my, yes, please. What is wrong with the animator on this?
part-time
It's like the way he's drawing their eyes, like make it look like they haven't slept in
college student,
years.
so my dad would oftentimes be called
This is a
into
nice
work
house,
while I
though.
was either at home or school. This particular night, my dad had been called into work for one of his jobs for a possible storm emergency and wouldn't be back until the next day. This was during hurricane season, so him getting called into work wasn't too big of a surprise. Anyway, my dad had already left for work, and I was laying on the couch watching a movie
This is
while
like
somewhat
the
enjoying
exact
sound of
last
rain and
story.
thunder from outside. At one point during the movie, I for some reason fell asleep and woke up to the sound of the home phone ringing. This
way, bro,
wasn't
got
too
a house
sketchy,
phone. I
as
don't
we
even have
get
a house
calls
phone.
almost every day.
My grandma don't even
Most
got a
of the
house
time,
phone.
either from scammers or people looking for my dad through his work. I hesitated and got up to answer the phone and said hello, still in my drowsy state. However, the only thing I heard was a slight static from the other end of the line. The rest was just silence. Just as I was about to hang up the phone, I then heard what sounded like faint crying. I said hello one more time into the phone, and this time I got a response. There was a girl on the other end
fuck?
that sounded around 5 voice. She sounded distressed and scared.
Oh,
Then,
never mind.
clear as day, I heard these exact
He drew the eyes
words.
like they got some type of diabetics. I'm
Help
saying.
me.
Oh.
I've been missing for 3 years.
He can't draw.
I told her to stay
like,
on the
look at
line
that.
with me,
That
and
looks
then I
so
dialed
bad.
911 from my iPhone. All I told the operator was just to listen.
No
I asked the
copyright.
girl where she was located, but with her being so young, she could only describe the house to be small and white. She explained that she was in a dark room left alone. All of a sudden, the sound of a door opening with force broke the
The
silence,
nigga got
and the girl
logo.
began to scream before hanging up.
Nigga got Lego
The
hands.
operator took down.
Like, why does it? Oh my! I want to have a word with the animator. Everybody got these same eyes. Same eyes. I did not know that. Do not press me on that. You act like he said, "Oh, it's a random 5-year-old." I just saw it. I did not mean to say that. Do not press me on that. But this animation, the headphones aren't even on her ears. Oh my god, they're like on the back of her ear, like this. How can she hear? Stop. I did not hear him say that. I'm sorry. I did not hear him say that. He didn't say that. He did not say that. I don't care.
Every little detail she tried giving
Sorry.
us, and thanked me for informing her. All the while, I was texting my dad about the situation, and he told me to stay calm and call the cops again and give our address for further
No,
explanation.
okay, I believe you. I'm sorry.
The cops
I
did
did
end
not mean
up
to say
coming
that.
to my house, and I was being questioned
my
for about
God.
half an hour
Is everyone
before
high?
they finally left.
Everyone's smoking.
The police never did find out who that little girl was.
I believe
or where
you.
she was
I
calling
said
from,
my fault.
as
I
it
did
would have
not
been
know she
very
was.
difficult to
My
trace, but they
God,
did
you're
all they
making.
could.
You're gonna make me sound worse.
My heart aches for that child, and I hope she's doing alright. But I still have my doubts
Wrinkled
about
ass pillowcases. That was it. That shit was boring.
Do you know how it's most teenagers'
Yes, I
dream
knew
to
it.
be left home alone by their
Narrate-
parents for an extended period of time?
Narrator. I can't.
Well, after
I
what
can't
happened
speak.
to me the first weekend that I had been left home alone,
Narrator.
that was something I
Narrator.
personally
Yeah,
dreaded.
yeah.
You see, I had just started my sophomore year of high school,
Really?
and I had always been a responsible kid.
No one
So
cares.
when my parents' anniversary came around, they asked me if they could trust me to be alone by myself for 2 nights while they went on a small trip. I loved the idea, and at the time, I
They all
couldn't
look
get them out of
creepy
the house
as
fast
fuck
enough.
with these eyes.
The following week dragged on, but soon enough it was Friday, and I knew by the time I got home from school, my parents would have been gone, and I would have the house to myself. The first thing I did when I got home was turned on the TV
What the
and
fuck
grabbed
is
my
this?
laptop to start.
God. Oh my God. God. Wait. What the fuck is? Hey, I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't know if this is thigh or is this ass cheek. But what the fuck is that? Oh my God. Niggas ass cheek. Oh, that shit is funny, bro. Oh my God.
contacting my friends. I didn't want to throw a party that weekend, but I definitely planned on having a few friends over to watch some
Weird.
movies and enjoy the empty house.
Narrator
I logged
fucked
into
up.
Facebook and saw that
How
no
are they
one
not
was
getting
online,
copyright
so I
for that?
figured I would check back in an hour or so. I figured to pass the time, I would watch some South Park and scroll through Reddit. As I was sitting on the couch, the hours began to pass, and I hadn't
Nigga
heard from
is
any of my
fucking
friends.
thick. Oh my
I figured they
God.
were just busy though, and I would hear from them later. I began to make
I've never
dinner
seen
for
someone's
myself.
hash
I
sheet
was
hang
just gonna
off
make
the
some
couch.
pasta and
That shit is
sauce.
amazing.
But before I could even turn the burner for the stove on, I heard a knock at my door. I paused for a
Oh
moment.
my God. This
It was
nigga's high
curious as to who
fuck.
might be knocking when I heard it again. Only this time the knocking was a lot louder, and I figured it was just one of my friends that probably decided to just stop by unannounced. I yelled out for whoever was knocking to hang on and told them that I would get to the door in a second. I made my way out of the kitchen and down the small hallway that led to the front door. The person on the other side was still pounding on it. I yelled louder for them to
Niggas
stop
have no sorts
and
of
told
light
them that
in
I
their
was coming to
house.
answer
I
the
don't
door.
get it.
Before opening it, I decided to look through the peephole just to
Oh my
make sure
God,
it was
that's not that
actually
type
one of
of
my
hole.
friends on the other side. But when I got a good
It
look,
looks like a kind of
I
hole.
tossed myself
It's not
away
pro-
from the door, standing on
So
my
what the
feet.
fuck is that? Nigga, you're scared by this fake ass Baltimore nigga? that fucking ski mask on, I would rip that shit off and punch him in his fucking face. I'm not intimidated by that. I would throw his hoodie over his face, pull his strings, and fucking swing. I'm gonna swing him around like this and just. Whew. I'm not scared of this nigga, bro. Nigga's smoking that good stuff though. Look at his eyes. I think the animator was high drawing all this, cause
was a full-grown man who appeared to be covering his face with a ski mask or hat of sorts. Before I could react any further, I heard a smashing sound from the other
Niggas
side of
getting
my
robbed.
house.
Couldn't be
Someone
me.
had broken through the sliding door in the kitchen. I tried to run through the
Nigga,
hallway
they
and get
would've
into
cut
my room
theyself.
so I could hide away. But before I could make it 10 feet,
hide away. You a grown ass nigga, bro. If you don't fight these niggas, bro, fight these niggas. You's a pussy. You's a bitch.
the person who had broken through the kitchen door already had their hands.
They really.
I was thrown into the wall and then onto the
I did not even
kitchen
realize
door
that.
already
This
had their
nigga's a
hands on me.
bitch. They really
I
do
was
give
thrown-
anybody shiesty. You scared of this nigga? This nigga. Oh my god. I will beat this nigga ass with my baseball bat. Like. Come on. Come on. You wanna rob my house, nigga? Nigga, you wanna rob my house? Do. Boom. Like, it's not that hard. Bro said, let me go hide. Like, you was a grown ass man. You probably bigger than this dude. I know he
thrown into
got
the
this
wall
nigga on his
and
knees.
then onto the ground.
He's on his
The
knees.
intruder bound my
Bondage?
arms behind my back and tied them together with rope they had brought with them. And after opening the front door for his
Oh
accomplice,
my fucking god, him and his twin brother. What is up with the animator, bro? Nigga, the twin on the right is higher. Bro, if I would have swung at my setup and broke anything up here, I would forever stop streaming.
the two walked over to my
Sorry.
basement stairs and tossed me.
What the
down.
fuck? Oh my god. Is this own nigga's house? He just got bitched in his own house. He got tied up and thrown in the fucking basement. This nigga's a bitch. Oh my
I
god.
hardly felt it as
I
my
I hardly felt it. Why the handshake so damn crazy? Oh my god. God damn it. Looks like they're wearing a helmet. Why are they touching hands? This shit is so drawn bad.
bounced off multiple stairs on my way down. As I was laying
Oh my
on the cold
God.
concrete floor,
Nigga got
I
his
could hear the
ass
sound
beat.
of men rummaging through my house above me. They were only inside for what seemed like 15 or 20 minutes before I heard them both running out of the front door. I tried my best to
Niggas
get
are
up, but anytime I
moonwalking.
got close, I would get dizzy and drop back to the floor.
Bitch, man.
I ended up being trapped on my
I
basement
would have went
floor
Super
for
Saiyan
the
if someone beat
entire
my ass
night
like that. I would have got
before
too
I was
mad.
finally found. My parents called the police after I didn't contact them the night before or that morning and asked them to stop by and check on me. After my parents found out what happened, they rushed back from their trip and met me at the hospital. I was fine aside from a mild concussion, but the thieves ended up getting away with more than $6 grand worth of jewelry and electronics from my
Nigga,
parents.
no way. Oh, okay. Let's watch some sleep streamers later. They're usually funny. Sleep? Like, I don't get it, bro. Your parents trusted you to be the man of the fucking house. Watch the fucking house. Don't let anything happen for a couple of days. On the first fucking night, this nigga gets his ass whooped, thrown in the basement, and got robbed. Out of 6K? Nigga. I'm never leaving your I'm never leaving your ass home alone again. Actually, you can get the fuck out of my house. Cause I can't even trust you, bro. I don't even know what a sleep
As far as we know, the
Like, someone
intruders were
sleeping?
never found.
That's him and his girl, bro.
The summer after I graduated from high school,
What kind of school is this?
my parents had planned a trip for them to visit my aunt.
God.
During that time, they had agreed to let me stay home and have a small party with just a few of my
All these
friends
niggas look
to
like
celebrate a
bitches, bro.
successful school year. The party went off without a hitch. There was no funny business. And when
What
it
kind
was
of
time
party
to
is
clear
this? This
out
party look
and
lame
go
as fuck,
home,
bro.
everyone listened to me when I told them to leave. All in all, I thought the night was a success.
Fuck they sipping on?
That was until I went up to my room for some sleep. I was pretty tired, so after cleaning up a bit, I decided to leave the rest for the morning, and I would handle it all after waking up. I made sure to lock all the doors, and I went upstairs to go to sleep. I knew I was tired because I was asleep with
Caleb, how do you feel about this nigga only having one pillow? How do you feel about that? Because I heard most girls, they be like, ugh, he only has one pillow. Like,
within
how do you
2
feel about
minutes
that?
after my head touched the pillow. It was like turning off a light. Sadly, as quickly as I fell asleep, I was woken up. My eyes shot
God
open as I
damn.
heard the sound of something slamming downstairs. I knew something had fallen, but I couldn't think of what it could have been. I mean, I was home alone, so I didn't know what could have fallen on its own.
Then he randomly got two pillows? He had one, then two, just one more randomly popped up? This shit not making no sense. What is that in the background? A fucking airplane? Oh my god. I have four. I only have two. But hey, two comfortable pillows? Hey, that's all I need for the action.
And that was when I realized
Nigga going to sleep in a hoodie. I know
someone
he's
else
hot.
must have been in the house with
I
me.
gotta turn on my fan.
I did my best to stay silent.
Look at that
and
jawline.
listen as
Man has
closely
two
as I could.
jawlines.
And sure enough, I could hear the sound of one or more people walking around downstairs. I assumed it was just some kids from the party who hadn't
The hood knew this nigga was an easy lick. This shit is funny, bro. Everybody
So I
in
figured
here
I
is
would
a
just call out to
bitch.
them.
Oh my god.
I got out of bed and walked over to my door. I cracked it open and
Swear
yelled,
Rob is
"Hey,
crazy.
the party's over. Everyone went home."
Nigga,
So-
who you raising your voice at? You finna get your shit robbed.
There was
fuck?
silence. I could tell that something
Nigga
wasn't
scared.
right. Out of nowhere, I could hear the slamming of footsteps as whoever it was began running through my house and towards the staircase. I didn't even think. I closed my door and ran straight for the window
The
above my
fuck?
bed.
What the fuck do I need a
had
pillow
used the
between my
window to
thighs
sneak
for?
out of my house before,
Oh,
so I knew
this nigga. Oh shit! I thought this nigga just ended it. I was like, why the fuck this nigga just fall out the window? No, we don't have no pillow between our thighs. The fuck? How is that weird? Now, you know what? Never mind.
for the window above my bed.
Nigga
I had
just
used
jumped
the
out the
window
window.
to sneak out of my house before, so I knew how to get in and out of
That
the
big ass window. Wait,
bed. I
wait.
had used the window to sneak out of my house before, so I
How the fuck does nigga open this shit? How the fuck did he open his window? Unless he fell from all the way up here, which I know he would have taken some damage to his knees. But how the fuck? You know what?
knew how to get
I don't
in and
wanna
out
ask,
of it
bro.
quickly. I slid right through it and onto the
Nigga,
roof
oh
of
my
my
god,
house.
how does that make sense?
As
Wait,
I turned back, I could see my door handle moving
And-
as if someone was struggling to open it. I turned and began to
Oh
make
my
my
God,
way
I
down the
thought this
side
nigga
of
was
my
on the
house and ran
ground.
across my yard into my neighbors.
nigga, bitch, he
After
just
pounding
left
on
the
the
person
door
in
for
his
a
house.
minute, They came running out. I informed them about the intruders in my house, and they told me to come inside, and they would call the cops. While we waited for them to arrive,
Why is
we
he
were
scared?
shocked to see 3 different people fleeing from my house.
What the fuck? Nigga, where is... Can he not draw a perfect circle? Like, no, your head... Look, this looks like a Roblox character's head. This is like a normal head, but he didn't even fit your ski mask on right. And, nigga, this shit is terrible. I would not be scared by these goofy-ass looking niggas, bro. What the fuck? I just want to wake up with Charlie. Charlie like a dog, but I wouldn't be scared of these.
None of them appeared to be carrying any stolen property, which either means they didn't find anything worth taking, or that they were there for a more violent reason.
What?
Since the incident, my parents have installed security cameras along with an
This
alarm
nigga.
system. Luckily,
You could have easily defended yourself against some niggas, bro. I put them between my thighs every night so my legs don't get fucking sweaty. Wouldn't that make them more sweaty? I would just not put the cover over my legs. Wouldn't that make them more sweaty? Or else you want all the sweat? Like, how the fuck you sweat from your thighs? I'm saying. Nah. You I don't know. How the fuck your legs wet?
We have never had a similar situation occur. Growing up, I had to get used to my dad pranking me, which is why
Is that the neighbor?
when he called me to tell me not to answer the front door as I
Nigga,
was
that
watching.
light is placed so out of place. Or, oh my god, unless they just put the couches, like, I don't even know.
TV, I thought he was just messing with
No
me.
one sweats from
My
the
phone
legs.
rang,
That's just you.
And that was the first thing he said.
Unless you're doing some
Don't
other
answer the
stuff."
door. I froze for a moment, but then began to laugh because I assumed he was just trying to freak me out.
Niggas
But
fit is
when the
terrible.
doorbell rang, things got increasingly more serious. My dad must have heard the bell on the other side because he very firmly said,
Why is this
"Don't go
collar so long? Oh my, do they not know how to draw? I could do better than this. With
to
my
the door."
eyes closed.
I asked him what was going on because I could tell how serious he was being. And he told me
Everybody
that
does
he
other
wasn't
stuff.
sure, but the police were
Not
on their
in our
way.
bed. That's
At that
nasty.
point,
Unless
I
you're
was
cleaning
both
it.
shaking with fear, but very curious as to what was
Fucking
going
nasty.
on. The doorbell rang again, and I figured I could peek out the window and see who was there.
Nigga.
I leaned over my couch and slowly moved the
How the
curtain
fuck?
out of the way.
This
and
goofy
my
ass
dad
house.
must have heard me gasp because all he said was, "Hey, you're gonna be okay."
Nigga,
The
what?
police will
It's
be
like
there
they.
soon.
It's like they went on Google, said office room with computer, and literally put it as the background and just drew over it. This doesn't even look like he drew it. Oh my.
Just don't answer the door. And I wish that made me feel better.
You
But
right,
outside
transparent
my
curtain. What?
house, there were at
That's
least 3
goofy.
men,
Oh my. Oh,
all
2016 clowns. Oh god.
dressed up in clown clothing and carrying what looked like weapons.
Oh.
I could see 2 of them standing on my porch,
Niggas are
while
high as
another was
fuck too.
walking around my yard. I told my dad that I was scared, and that was when the ringing of the doorbell
Like,
turned.
okay, I just want to know what makes these high ass niggas just want to rob some house. They just get high as fuck and just say, you know what, fuck it, let's go fucking rob a house with a kid that's by himself. It's like they just know. God,
Just slamming on the door. I couldn't
how is
tell.
that? How is that the front door? If this is the this is the most basic front door ever. This looks like my fucking closet door. There's no window. You can't. There's no fucking what's it? A peephole. There's nothing. There's not even a lock on this fucking door. No top lock. You got the bottom lock on the actual handle, but you don't got no top lock. Like anyone can break in this house.
If they were knocking really hard or trying to kick it down. I began to panic, and as I
crazy.
turned away
I thought
from
he
the
was looking
window
at
that
the
was facing
door.
the front of my house, I
You live in
screamed.
Gotham City?
Standing on the other side of my house,
Oh
with
my
his
God,
face
you
pressed
is a
against
bitch.
the window, was the 3rd clown. He
Really?
waved his hand slowly as we made eye
What's
contact.
all this
The slamming
bouncing?
at the front door grew louder and louder, and
Louder
my
and
dad tried to
louder.
calm me down, though he knew there was little to be done until the police arrived. Thankfully, I could hear the sound of sirens in the
Niggas
distance.
are like,
Sadly, so did the men trying to break in. The 3 of them quickly ran off my property and down the road
Oh,
away
fuck.
from the sirens. Once the police arrived, I unlocked the door and let them in. We explained everything to them, and they let us know that we weren't the
Fake
only
ass
call
cop.
that they had gotten like this in the past few months.
nigga can't even draw a
Apparently,
fucking pentagon.
These 3 had been terrorizing people in the surrounding area for a few months before I had a run-in with
Bro got robbed twice and then purchased a pole.